Summer is around the corner, and I just want you guys to be safe. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Extraordinary Men. And today I want to talk about something very important, which is first aid. Now, summer is right around the corner. More and more of us are starting to go outside, starting to get more active. COVID restrictions are loosening all around the country, and more of you guys are gonna get out, which is fantastic. But I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys in one piece. And so today, that's why I wanted to go over first aid. Now then, I do gotta put this disclaimer out there. I am not a trained medical professional. I am not a qualified person to give actual medical advice. I'm simply a guy who has some first aid gear. With that said, while I may not be a qualified trained personnel, I still have to deal with the first aid situation, right? Like we all do. You, me, we have families, stuff like that, right? People around us, strangers who may have nobody else but us around, right? So you may have to be in that situation. And so I'm gonna give you guys just a few different setups. So today I'm gonna go over a huge variety and different ways I set up my first aid so that I'm always have the gear that I need around me. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so first things I wanna talk about the small pouches that I have. Okay, so the first thing I want to look at is this real small, minimal pouch. Now this guy right here, I would consider to be like a hiking slash day out, something that I could put in a backpack. And basically it has just bare essentials, okay? So this is not a like super high quality pouch. You can use really any pouch that you like. I like this because it has the belt loop on the back. It has a clip so you can attach it to a backpack and then some D-rings. Nothing crazy, just different ways to attach it. It's also very light, which is nice. Okay, so in this first flap right here, I have just some miscellaneous items. Okay, in this first pouch, I have some burn gel, some eye drops, ibuprofen, 2 things of hand sanitizer, some Tylenol. This is headache and sinus, which is really nice, you know, in case that comes up, and some lip balm. And that's pretty much all I carry in that first pouch. This is just some quick things that I might need to grab. So in the center compartment, all I have is a bandana. And there's a lot of uses for first aid with a bandana. And so something like this I keep, and it's really nice to use, very, very versatile. So all I have in the main pouch is some tape, some athlete's tape, different ways to disinfect the wound or the area. Some antibiotic ointment so that I can put this on the cut after I've cleaned it, and then a bunch of sterile Band-Aids and gauze pads. Now, I don't really mess around with Band-Aids in this situation. I found that Band-Aids just come off. They're really only gonna be good for like maybe finger uses, and there's little cuts, right? But with tape and gauze pads, you can put it over your hand and you can really cinch down on it and apply some good pressure, and that's really with any wound, right? So this is a bare minimum, like I have something to take care of some minor situations. Additionally, I just keep these in some Ziploc bags. Reason being is that I have them organized into dressings and the antiseptic ointment, and then in the cleaning pads that I have in this bag, it keeps them waterproof and it keeps them easy to grab, that I can just pull them out right out of the bag, and just a little bit more organized. Okay, and so getting to a little bit bigger pouch, this is what I keep in my truck. And basically what this is gonna be able to handle is a little bit bigger tasks, a little bit bigger first aid situations. Now, this is a little bit more tactical, one, because it stays in my truck and I'm not constantly moving it in and out. I can, however, attach this to myself. I have the tactical MOLLE on the back that I can attach it to a backpack or to my belt loop. And this is where I keep some trauma shears. On the front, it also has some MOLLE that you can attach something, and all I do is keep a first aid patch on there. The thing I like about this one is that you can grab it all right here and rip it open and to get inside the contents. Before we get into here, let's get into the main flap. So in this flap, I have a pocket knife, some Germ-X, and then some aspirin. This is just basically Tylenol, and I keep that right there in the pouch. Nothing too crazy here, just some things so I can grab real quickly. Okay, so in this main pouch, I keep a couple extra rolls of gauze, some gloves, different ways to wash out an eye in case you get something in there, right? And then some dressings right here, different size dressings, some Band-Aids, a little bit larger dressings with these that I really like because they're shrink wrapped, so they keep waterproof, they keep sterile in these plastics, which is nice. And then different ways of cleaning. So some hand sanitizer gel, that's just for hands, obviously. Some burn gel, antiseptic towelettes, and then some triple antibiotic ointment. And that's basically all I'm gonna keep in this. And like I said, this is just for the truck in case I need to grab something really quickly. Okay, so let's talk about something store-bought, something that you can just pick up at your Walmart or CVS or something like that. And that's basically what this is. This is just a little bit harder case. And all I do with this is I keep it ready to go if we're gonna go traveling, if we're gonna be flying somewhere, if we're gonna be going on a long trip. I can just grab this and then head out. Put this in my bag, in my suitcase or whatever, and then go. But I can also use it at home if I need to. And this basically has everything that you would get right out of the store. I did add a few things to it, like some Neosporin, some Icy Hot, chapstick, a lighter, and then some Dayquil. And that's basically all and then, you know, just some other miscellaneous stuff, ice cold pack. And this is just to have ready to go with me that I can grab. I don't come in and out of this so that I know that everything's ready in case we're going someplace that I want a couple extra things. And lastly, I have my main first aid kit for my house. This is a toolbox that I commandeered and I made into a first aid box. The thing I like about this is that it's big. I keep it in the closet with nothing on top of it so that it's easy to just grab and take with me wherever I need to go inside the house. But I also keep a lot of extra supplies in here. So basically, I will keep my supplies in here and then I can refill my other first aid bags and pouches as I kind of go along. Now, walking through this toolbox, one of the things I like about it is this top access part. It has some small components, some small spaces right up here that I keep some miscellaneous things like plenty of Band-Aids and gauze pads, plenty of hand sanitizing wipes, and just a bunch of miscellaneous things that I can grab quickly because it's clear, I can see it, grab it, and do whatever I need to do. So that's what I like about this. Now, if we go inside, these has these two buckles right here that just open up, and it has a tray. And in this tray, I just have some more miscellaneous gear, some iodine, some alcohol that I keep in these two little bottles here, some sports wrap, baby powder, just a lot of things that I know that I need for my home, right? Now, the most common thing that I run into are knee scrapes, right? Small cuts. And that's where something like these come in with my kids, right? Like they're just always getting these little cuts, and some of these cartoon Band-Aids just go a long ways subduing the tears, right? So this tray just lifts right up, and in here I keep more of my supplies like syringes, extra trauma pads, more tape, more gloves, some towels, emergency drinking water, bandana, just more stuff of the things that I know that I need. And I like it because it's all condensed into one spot. I can just come in and grab it. And so that works for me. And honestly, I made this thing years ago. Like, I didn't think that it would be as useful as it has been, but it really has. Especially the top that has the quick access to the things that I just need to get really quickly, and I don't have time to be looking around and fumbling around. So that's my first aid trauma kit at the house. Now I do have a few other things like in my truck, along with this pouch here, I have a Cat 2 tourniquet. I don't keep it in here just because it doesn't fit, but it does sit like right next to it inside the center console of my truck. And so that's really nice. And really this is just different ways of being prepared for different situations that you might find yourself in. Now, you want to keep stuff that you know how to use, right? If you don't know how to use it, don't have it. Or learn how to use it, because you don't want to be applying a tourniquet incorrectly. It behooves you to take a first aid class, something like that. But these are just different ideas that I'm hoping will give you some inspiration of different ways to carry your first aid gear to keep you and your family safe, because that's what it's all about, right? Like that's the whole point. Anyways, that's all I got for you gentlemen today. Listen, if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. You are gonna be able to find all kinds of different ways to get yourself prepared and learn from the group of guys that's coming into this community, that we can all learn from each other, sharpen each other's skills, right? Because it's not just me, right? It's not just me teaching you guys, it's me learning and teaching and listening and all kinds of good stuff, and figuring out different ways to be prepared. If that sounds good to you, smash that like button on your way out. Hey, until next time, be safe, and I will see you very, very soon.